When I began creating content on this platform, my goal was to create an archive of sorts, documenting my journey, learning a fighting game from beginning to end, and the end being when I compete in a tournament, such as Combo Breaker or EVO, for example. While along the way, showing why I love competing in fighting games and the excitement that tournaments can bring. That's still what I would like to create on the channel, but I didn't know exactly how I was going to accomplish that goal. While my ideas for the future on the channel may change over time, I think I have a good direction to go towards that both I would enjoy creating and meet my goals. So here's a couple changes I'll be making to the format of the videos of this channel for the future. My Road to EVO series is something I still have a passion to accomplish, but to have this series clearly understood, I'll need to do more than just post gameplay or gameplay with commentary. Instead, I'll need to focus more on my methods and process of learning a fighting game. Not only does it make the videos more valuable for viewers, but also accurately documents my growth along the way. Something I'm very mindful of while I'm thinking about it is I don't want my channel to really be a tutorial channel for how to learn fighting games. There's so many channels out there that give amazing lessons already. But what I would like to do is give a process on how to continuously get better at fighting games and why I enjoy this world so much. I think giving my viewpoints on topics and methods and why I look at them in specific ways can be more valuable and digestible for the longevity of this channel, but stay away from trying to be just another tutorial channel. While I'm not opposed to making any kind of mini tutorials or lessons along the way just to keep myself from speaking a foreign language using the FGC's jargon, I find myself, instead of just learning the definition of, for example, like what a difference between a punish and a counter is and how frames involve that, but I would have more enjoyment making this channel about why players look at that and what the value is in knowing the difference between a counter and a punish and frame data and all that jazz. All this means is I won't be able to post as frequently as I was at the beginning of the channel because I'll be taking more time editing and dissecting what I'm talking about. But I believe it will create a better archive of how to continuously be better at fighting games and that journey from beginning to end, like my intentions were from the beginning with this Road to EVO series. While I do love fighting games, there's a lot of games out there I really enjoy playing as well. I recently and finally got my hands on a PS5, and not only am I excited to be on the same hardware as tournament settings have, but this is my first PlayStation I've ever owned. My family and friends have always owned Xbox for Halo and Gears of War, so of course I've always had one for them, but because we always owned Xboxes, I missed out on a huge collection of classic PlayStation games I'd really like to go back and experience. Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, and Jak and Daxter are examples on the top of my list. But while fighting games will most likely be a big part of this channel, I do want a section of it to be for games I'm excited to experience that are outside that fighting game world. So the way I'll be doing this, because I'd really want to play these games, but I don't want it to get in the way of practicing for any of these big fighting game tournaments. So off season, which I kind of call like post EVO season, is when I'll be playing any of these games that are outside that fighting game world. And that will just kind of be the pattern. We'll go back and forth between me practicing for tournaments, me playing another game, me practicing for tournaments, and me playing another game. This is already how I rotate playing my games anyways, but this will be the same order that I record in. Kind of just recording and documenting games in the order that I would just naturally play them anyways. Creating content is something I never thought I would enjoy as much as I am. And just like every new experience, you always got to start somewhere. And for me, I kind of learned the hard way. So I usually just make my mistakes first and then learn from them. But I'm excited for these changes on my channel. It kind of flows with how I enjoy video games naturally anyways. But I'm also more excited to see where my channel will go to in the future.